is enough said.
What's up, Heat Nation? Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Video number 2 of the day, you guys. Really would appreciate everyone's support by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Before we move forward, a huge shout out has to go to our rookie, Kel'el Ware. It was reported that Kel'el Ware has won Rookie of the Month for the month of January. It sucks because he was not invited to the Rising Stars Challenge for All-Star Weekend. He wasn't even in the backup squad, I believe. It was more of like, if somebody gets hurt, the alternates. There we go. He was not on the alternates list. That sucks because I think he deserved going into the Rising Star Challenge. I know he didn't play a lot the beginning of the season, but you've seen what he does out there, what type of, factor he can be. And I think that was definitely enough to get to the Rising Stars Challenge. So Kel'el Ware, big salute to you. Myself and a lot of my subscribers really felt that Kel'el Ware was the perfect pick for this Miami Heat team. Didn't seem that way earlier in the season, but it looks that way now. So huge shout out to Kel'el Ware. But ladies and gentlemen, this video, we are back again with the Jimmy Butler trade talk. 2 more days of this. 2 more days of this. And I hope that the Miami Heat are able to get this guy off the team. Not just because I feel like I hate Jimmy Butler or anything like that. Nothing like that. But good Lord, we need to get this drama over with. Over with. Now, I'm telling you guys right now, 1 or 2 things are going to happen. I've mentioned it before, but I'm going to say it again. Jimmy is either going to get what he wants and goes to Phoenix. I don't know how the Miami Heat are going to do that. Maybe the Heat will just suck it up and trade for Bradley Beal. Maybe. But the fact that he has no trade clause hampers it crazy. It's going to kill yourself for the 2026 offseason. You will not have flexibility because you'll be stuck with that dude for another year. His contract expires in 2027. So, there's the other option, which I think will happen if Jimmy is traded. Jimmy and his camp will realize that there's no more leverage to be played. Phoenix will not happen, and Jimmy will say, fine. Send me somewhere else. There are 2 teams that I feel can trade for Jimmy Butler right now. The Memphis Grizzlies or the Golden State Warriors. This is a trade where you do not have to get complicating and add multiple teams. You can do this trade straight up between the teams. It really depends on who's willing to do it. Memphis and Golden State both could see the benefit for trading for Jimmy Butler as far as the Kawhi Leonard effect. Kawhi Leonard won the NBA championship with Toronto when San Antonio traded for him as a 1-year rental. That's how these teams can be looking at it. Memphis is right on the cusp of being a top contender of the West. They're a Jimmy Butler away from being a championship contender. Golden State wants to give Steph Curry another all-star caliber player. Jimmy Butler can be that guy. Now, it was reported today by Chris Haynes, and this is where it's becoming a huge game of chicken, y'all. It's reported by Chris Haynes. Jimmy Butler's camp has recently told the Miami Heat he's in shape, healthy, and ready to continue his career and move past this immediately. The messaging to the Miami Heat has been to negotiate the best deal possible, and once in the red zone, if that team is granted permission by Miami to speak with Butler's rep to discuss his long-term future. That dialogue will be welcome. To date, no team has asked for permission. BS, BS, BS. Why would Brian Windhorst report that Jimmy Butler told Golden State that he's unwilling to sign a contract extension? Was that directly from Jimmy or was that from his agent Bernie Lee? I don't know. But I don't believe that for a second. Jimmy Butler has been playing with the Heat this whole process. He's been contacting teams saying not to trade for him. His representatives might have been doing it. Maybe not Jimmy himself, obviously. But I know for a fact that that's not true. We're just getting to the 11th hour and a trade might not happen. So either camp is playing chicken. Maybe Jimmy's camp doesn't want to seem like the bad guy. Who knows? But at the end of the day, you guys, if the Miami Heat had a viable trade ready for Jimmy, it would have been done already. Jimmy's camp was the one that contacted Memphis and said Jimmy doesn't want to go there. Jimmy's camp contacted Golden State and said he's unwilling to sign an extension. Now, is it true or not? None of us were a fly in the room, so we really don't know. But I don't think that this report that Chris Haynes posted is 100% accurate. This is just Jimmy Butler's camp doing something else. So the Miami Heat have to trade Jimmy Butler. Jimmy is forcing Miami's hand. He wants them to trade him to Phoenix. It will not happen. Going back to Golden State. It's a post today by Drew Star on Twitter, who has real lot of ties to the Miami Heat. So when he posted something, man, you got to listen. Saying essentially the Golden State Warriors are trying to trade Andrew Wiggins and some draft picks for a star. That's just not going to get them very far. At least it hasn't. I will say, I think the Miami Heat was willing to do this deal for Jimmy Butler. Let's see if by Thursday that gets revisited. This was by Brian Windhorst. That was a post directly from Brian Windhorst on ESPN. That's where I think this might go, you guys. It's either going to be Marcus Smart, Brandon Clark, Luke Kennard, maybe G.G. Jackson, who knows? An impossible first-round draft pick for Jimmy, or it'll be Andrew Wiggins, throw in some salary fillers with multiple first-round draft picks for Jimmy Butler. That's what we're looking at. I'm cool with either deal, to be honest with you guys. As long as it gets us help for this playoff push, and as long as it gets this distraction out of our team, I'm all for it. We know what the goal is. Developing these young players. Getting Bam Adebayo and Khalil Ware more time together. Getting Tyler Hero that confidence. We need Jaime Jaquez and Nikola Jovic to take that next step. You have Kashad Johnson, Josh Christopher, and Isaiah Stevens waiting in the wings. You need a player. Andrew Wiggins can help this team out with this playoff push. You need to make the playoffs so certain draft picks don't go to other teams. If we don't make the playoffs this year, we lose our 2026 draft pick to Charlotte, unprotected, and we lose our 2028 draft pick unprotected to OKC. You need to make the playoffs this year. So you got to trade Jimmy, get a player that can help you now. And if it doesn't happen, you guys, if a trade is not done by Thursday, we're going to have to sell Jimmy Butler on the fact that he's going to have to play or ride his ass on the bench, suspended or not. This is going to get very awkward. And it can even get even more awkward if this goes into the offseason. So we need to get this dude out this team because Jimmy Butler with this team, they don't play as well. When Jimmy Butler is not there, Tyler Hero plays better. Bam Adebayo plays better. This team is more motivated. Jimmy's a distraction. You got to get that distraction out. So Heat Nation, what do you guys think? Do you believe this report from Chris Haynes? Do you think Jimmy Butler will get to Phoenix, or do you think he'll go to Golden State or Memphis? Let me know in the comments your guys' thoughts. Thank you guys so much for riding with me. I know this process is annoying. I know we're all done with it, but we got 2 days left. So thank y'all for riding with me. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We're pushing to 6,000 subscribers. Till next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Appreciate y'all.